On behalf of the South Trinidad Rifle Association, I would like to thank everybody for coming and participating at the 2012 STRA Nationals. Before I do get into everything though, I must acknowledge all the range officers, all the assistants that helped to put on the match. This event is the first that STRA has actually had the stages built in time for the range officers to shoot on the day before, and so they were able to work and have everything functional for today. So without them, it would not have been possible. Again, I would like to thank all our foreign competitors for coming in. I think we all made some new friends, maybe a few enemies. But all in all, we thank God that we had a safe shoot, no accidents, and we all could return home with the same body limbs and body functions that we came with, right? Or maybe these people are not too sure about them, but right? So, as you all can see, our trophy or plaque rostrum is kind of pretty. We had some major sponsors. We had NLCB, which is the National Lottery Control Board. We had Mr. Khan, who is present to distribute. We had SNS Hardware, Sesco Trinidad, Electro Diesel, Firearms Training Institute. Just to mention a few. This event took a lot of planning, organizing. As you all could see, we tried to have a grand event. We usually save our best stages for the STRA Nationals, and we hope that you all enjoyed it and would encourage more of your colleagues or fellow shooters to come next year. All right? Good. So, what we've been all waiting for are the results. So I would like to call on Mrs. De La Fuente to present some prizes for us, please. And for a change, we will start with standard, right? Usually, you know. What? Change the production? All right. Listen, I'm going to take a picture. Any pictures before we start to distribute? Because some people might be getting any, you know? Yeah, D class. Start. Look right here. Right, so we'll give out the standard. So in D class, in third place, we had Mark Brooks. In second place, D class standard, we had Christopher Warner. And in first place, D class standard, we had from Suriname, Mr. James Douglas. No problem. In C class standard, In third place, we had from Guyana, Johan De Silva. And in second place, we had from Suriname, Mr. Franz Bogart. Okay. Mr. Bogart had to get a flight, so he has already left. We have some representatives from Suriname. And in first place, C-Class from Barbados, the big shooter, Ryan Best. And we mean big. Right, in B class. And in B class standard, in third place, from Barbados, Kevin Grant. And in second place, also from Barbados, Mr. Cyprian John. And in first place, B class, from Suriname, Mr. Sergio. How do you pronounce your last name? Tejon. Well done. A class, in third place, a competitor who was here yesterday, Major Kelvin Sebastian. Somebody collect on his behalf. And in second place, from Suriname, Mr. Andrew Wilson. In first place, from Suriname, Mr. Calvin Bank. We can vote it. Right. So in master class, in third place, we had from the IDPA Trinidad, Mr. Darren Jagprasad. And in second place, from the STRA master class, Mr. Rishad Alham. I clean them shoes now. And in first place, all the way from Jamaica, man, Mr. Ronald Brown. Right. So we're gonna move into the production. Production D class. Third place. In third place, D class, Mr. Neil Gunpat. In second place, D class, Mr. Emerson Keane. And in first place, from Guyana, Mohammed. Pronounce the last name for me. Pronounce the last name. Say no. In C class, yeah. In C class, we had one of our very own from the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, Mr. Avesh Pagu. And in C class, second place, Mr. James Bradshaw. Don't go too far. And in first place, Mrs. Marissa Bradshaw. In B class, in third place, we had one of our foreigners from faraway Tobago, Mr. Walt Reed. B class, third place, Mr. Walt Reed. All the way from Tobago. In second place, Mr. Richard Hopkinson. And in first place, B-Class Production. Make sure this fella clean before you come up here. Let me make sure it's correct. Who's Dale Singh? Right, so in A class, in A class, we had a lone shooter, only first place, which is our very own Dr. Luchin. He is left already. He's left already, so just put that aside. And in master class, second place, some guy named Rose Pork. And in first place, A class, master class, sorry. Yeah, production M class. Master class, sorry. The Ninja Priest. It's this one. Yeah, but we only had a master. I will sort it out. We'll sort it out. This one is mine. We didn't have a third. This one is resolution. And we didn't have. Right. So then right, so you give out. No, we give it out this year. Yeah, bring them on the side. Okay. So before we get into the overall prizes, we're gonna get into the overall super senior shooters that we had in standard class. I'd like to acknowledge that we had 4 super seniors for this event. It's the first time we've had some competition in that area. And I'm pleased to say that Mr. Colin Riley from Barbados has taken the first place. Yeah, super senior. Right, so we're gonna give out seniors. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is give out the standard. We'll give out the seniors category for production, and the winner goes to Mr. Raju. That, how do you pronounce it? From Suriname. Is he here? Left? Yes, you. We'll give him that. We have to fix it. Right, just leave it so we can just take some pictures of it, right? Yeah, we will give it to you. Just want to take some pictures of it, right? We have some other, right? So in standard, we also had seniors in standard. And the first place standard senior from Trinidad and Tobago, Mr. Devanan Bhagwan Singh. Just let me take a picture with this. Okay. We gotta make some, yeah. Right. So, again, we had ladies in both divisions, standard and production. And the winner of the ladies category in production from Barbados, Marissa Bradshaw. And we also had a top female in top female in standard, which was our very own Joanna Batiste. Yes, let me take a picture. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we now have a new presenter, a new MC, sorry. So again, we have
Okay. Nice. Okay, in standard overall matches. Just now. Jeremy, one second. Jeremy.
Third place.
Right, in standard overall matches results, we have in third place Mr. Darren Jagprasad. Yeah. 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 In second place, we have Mr. Richard Alaham. And in first place, Mr. Ronald Brown. Right, in production, overall match results, we have in third place our very large shooter, Mr. Dale Singh. Big shooter. And ladies and gentlemen, and in second place, our birthday boy, Mr. Jeremy Wingston. And in first place, Mr. Christopher Walker. Okay, that's it. Jeremy. Okay, that's it, ladies and gentlemen, for prize giving. And again, thank you all for coming. Thank you all for participating. And remember, this would not have been successful without all of you. And we had a good, successful, non-incident day free. So thank you, and may you all reach home safely.